The NFL draft day is approaching, and I want to share my top picks for the Raiders in the first round, considering the 6th overall pick, along with some unexpected names that could surprise us. The primary option for the Raiders at the 6th pick is quarterback Shedeur Sanders. I understand that the team recently acquired a quarterback who is expected to receive a contract extension soon. It's intriguing that he hasn't shown up at the facilities yet, but it seems like something is in the works. I believe he will be the quarterback for the future. It's just a matter of when the deal will be officially signed. However, the Raiders also need to think about the future of the quarterback position, and I have a positive outlook on Shedeur Sanders. Although it may seem unlikely to select him at the 6th spot, especially with other teams picking ahead, reports suggest that one of those teams might be inclined to opt for another player with their initial pick. Moreover, another team recently signed 2 quarterbacks, increasing the likelihood that Shedeur could still be available at the 6th spot. If it were up to me, he would be my first choice for this team, similar to what another team did last year by acquiring a quarterback in free agency and selecting another one in the first round. Shedeur Sanders offers the Raiders a young and dynamic quarterback with impressive accuracy, game vision, and resilience. While there are concerns about his arm strength, Sanders could be the long-term answer for the Raiders' quarterback position. The second option for the Raiders is wide receiver Ted McMillan from Arizona. The team didn't make significant moves to strengthen the wide receiver position during the offseason, except for the addition of one more player. That said, the team really needs a true number 1 wide receiver to complement the existing players. It seems like the best strategy is to enter the draft and select the most notable wide receiver in this year's class. McMillan has an impressive average of 16.1 yards per reception over his 3 seasons at Arizona. He would complement another position in the passing game and could offer a long-term solution at wide receiver. With a 40-yard dash time of 4.48, his speed will certainly boost his value in the draft. Those concerned about his agility and speed at the next level need not worry. With his athleticism, football intelligence, and leadership, McMillan could provide the energy the Raiders need to enhance their offensive capabilities. Many might hesitate to select a wide receiver in the first round, especially McMillan, but I firmly believe he could be a valuable addition and a crucial element in the offense moving forward, even beyond the current quarterback. Therefore, I feel the Raiders should seriously consider selecting him in the first round. However, if they decide against it, it won't be the end of the world. I just prefer that they acquire a wide receiver in the first round. I understand, however, that many fans may lean toward the third option, which is a running back from Boise State, widely considered the number 1 pick among supporters, and this is not without reason. The Raiders struggled greatly with their running game last year and lacked a true RB1. Even after signing another running back, the need in this position remains significant, and the most popular choice among many has undoubtedly been the running back for Boise State. It's understandable that the team faced challenges with their rushing game in the NFL last year, especially without a standout starting running back. Even after acquiring a player for that position, the need is still present, and many have preferred an athlete for Boise State. Undoubtedly, he is considered the most qualified running back in this draft, which boasts an abundance of talent at the position, but this choice seems the most solid for the team. This player has the potential to make an immediate impact, showcasing a combination of athletic ability, versatility, and football intelligence. He has also demonstrated explosive potential and the ability to break tackles easily. While not the most conventional pick for the 6th spot, he is undoubtedly a need and a player who could come in and make a difference quickly at running back. Another interesting name is a cornerback from the University of Michigan. It's no secret that the team is looking for an elite number 1 cornerback in this draft, and this player appears to be the answer. He is already seen as one of the top cornerbacks available, and although injuries limited his play to only 6 games last year, he managed 2 interceptions, returning both for touchdowns, and was recognized as a second-team All-American. This is the 2nd consecutive year he has received this recognition, having been named to the first team in 2023. It is well known that the team values its cornerbacks, and the last player they drafted was a prominent cornerback. Will this trend continue? We'll see, but I believe he would fit well into the current system and could become the shutdown corner the team has been needing for quite some time. However, I continue to wonder why so many people seem surprised or act as if this wouldn't be a suitable pick at the sixth spot. If the team comes out of this draft with a standout player in the first round, I imagine many would be happy with that decision. The fifth option I'm considering is actually to trade down a few spots in the draft. Many teams will be interested in moving up to secure the players they want. If the team believes they can still get a valuable player further down, like by moving to the 11th or 12th spot while still selecting someone they value at 6, I would support this strategy, especially if it results in additional second or even third round picks. In the second round, there will be various opportunities as the team has several needs right now and would certainly benefit from maximizing the available assistance. Many players who don't get selected in the first round will become available. So whether the team opts for a wide receiver, an offensive tackle, linebacker, safety, cornerback, or running back in the first round, they could potentially bolster this selection in the second or even third round, which would be advantageous. While I don't advocate for excessive trades down, moving a few positions to accumulate more picks in this draft could be a strategic decision. With this in mind, there are other names I'd like to mention, ones that aren't getting the attention they deserve. Everyone seems focused on players frequently associated with the team. However, I like to highlight some names that deserve to be watched and that the team could consider for the sixth spot, players who are currently being underrated or not heavily connected to the team. Given the team's history, it's common for them to select athletes others may overlook or go for unexpected talents. So there is certainly room to explore this possibility. Let's look at some athletes the Raiders could choose with this pick, especially those who aren't being highlighted in draft projections at the moment. Considering the Raiders' history, it's typical for them to surprise us with a prospect not on many people's radar. So, I'd like to mention a few names, starting with safety Malachi Starks from the University of Georgia. It's clear that safety is a need for the Raiders, and they could easily address this in the second or third round. However, Malachi Starks stands out as the top safety in this draft. He has a keen understanding of the game, is efficient in tackles, and demonstrates versatility in the defense, capable of playing free safety, strong safety, or even in the slot. His potential to become a major star in the league makes him an attractive choice for the Raiders. Another athlete to consider is edge rusher Shamar Stewart from Texas A&M. He is an athletic player who can make an immediate impact. While still developing and having some similarities to Tyreek Wilson, I believe he has immense potential. Having multiple pass rushers on the defense is never a bad thing. Some might raise concerns, noting that the roster already has Malcolm Coe and Max Crosby. However, reflecting on last season and the depth of the defensive line, it's clear that having a robust pass rusher group or reliable contributors is beneficial. Just look at the team's performance in the Super Bowl and their playoff run. The defensive line was key to their success. If the Raiders can strengthen their defensive line, it will certainly benefit the team. One prospect that deserves attention is a linebacker from Georgia who plays as a hybrid, versatile edge rusher and linebacker, showing great effort on the field. He demonstrates leadership skills and has all the attributes needed to fill a role similar to one the team developed in a previous rookie season. With the right support on the edges and at linebacker, he is certainly a player to watch, along with another potential pick late in the first round. At the end of the play, the role he played on the team during his rookie season stands out, especially when considering all the support that could be used on the edge and linebacker positions. This player is definitely someone to keep an eye on, as well as another potential selection late in the first round or even in the second round. Another name to watch is an offensive tackle from Missouri. Initially, this athlete wasn't seen as a first-round pick. However, with all the recent movement and after observing his performance at the Combine, he has steadily climbed the draft boards. Reviewing the tape and what was presented, there's a possibility that the focus could shift towards strengthening the offensive line by selecting a player like this offensive tackle. He looks like a probable candidate for a pick in the top 10, perhaps the top 15. If the goal is to bolster the offensive line, ensuring that the quarterback is protected and the running game remains effective, this could be a viable option. The player is still developing, but he possesses explosive strength and significant potential on the offensive line, which could allow him to step in as a starter at right tackle. While there is another player currently in that role, It would be comfortable to keep him there and possibly move this tackle to the guard position or switch things around, placing the other player inside and keeping this tackle on the outside. There is considerable versatility here. Additionally, his athleticism was demonstrated with a 40-yard dash time of 4.94 seconds, which is quite impressive for an offensive lineman weighing 332 pounds. Given these factors, selecting a lineman in the first round could be considered, whether it's this tackle or another option. However, different positions could be addressed with this pick. Another player under consideration is a cornerback from Texas. This athlete may be a practical option and hasn't received much attention. He is a versatile athlete in the secondary, capable of playing as a safety, outside cornerback, or even in the slot. With the size and physical attributes needed to stand out a cornerback, there is potential for significant contributions. It's important to consider a cornerback from Texas as a viable alternative, although he hasn't received much attention yet. This athlete is versatile in the defense, able to play as a safety, outside cornerback, or in the slot. He has the necessary physical attributes for the cornerback position and presents considerable potential. In my view, he represents the type of cornerback the team is looking for in this draft, making him an ideal candidate. I believe he could contribute immediately on defense, elevating the performance of the unit. He is a player who could make a significant impact from day one. What is your favorite option for the team with the 6th pick? And do you have any surprising selections in mind for this year? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning revelation that has taken the NFL world by surprise, Davante Adams appears to be regretting his decision to leave the Las Vegas Raiders. Sources close to the wide receiver have hinted that Adams, now a member of the Los Angeles Rams, has been reflecting on his controversial move away from the Raiders after a series of underwhelming seasons. The once high-flying star, who had an incredible run with the Green Bay Packers to the Raiders in 2022, was met with much fanfare. Joining forces with his former college quarterback, Derek Carr, he quickly became the star of the offense, posting impressive stats and setting franchise records. His 1,516 receiving yards and 14 touchdowns in 2022 made him the league's leading receiver and earned him a spot in the Pro Bowl. However, despite individual success, the team's overall performance and the eventual departure of Carr seemed to sour Adams' experience in Las Vegas. The situation took a dramatic turn when Adams requested a trade during the 2024 season, leading to his transfer to the New York Jets. The reunion with Aaron Rodgers brought some hope, but after another rocky year with the Jets, Adams was released in March 2025. The veteran wideout has now signed a 2-year deal with the Los Angeles Rams, but sources claim he's been vocal about his lingering dissatisfaction with his Raiders exit. Could it be that the glamour of Las Vegas and the bond with Carr was more significant than Adams initially realized? Adams' regrets are especially poignant considering the Raiders' subsequent struggles and the uncertainty surrounding his future with the Jets. For many, the move from a franchise with a promising offense to a more turbulent environment has proven to be a misstep. While Adams continues to put up impressive individual performances, the question remains, was his decision to leave the Raiders too hasty? Could the Rams become the right fit? Or will this move only add to the sense of longing for the Raiders' golden years? That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.